McLaren is having a stellar season, with Lando Norris holding on to second place in the Drivers' Championship and the team hot on Red Bull's heels in the constructors' race. While the standings look promising, things on the track haven't been flawless. The team orders drama in Hungary left a bit of a sour taste, and people are starting to raise eyebrows at Lando's race starts. With all this going on, the team has made a bold decision that might just dash Lando's hopes for a Drivers' Championship title. But before diving into that, let's talk about the major contract news coming out of the team. McLaren is enjoying its best season since the days of Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button in the early 2010s. Lando is finally delivering the results everyone knew he was capable of, and Oscar Piastri is having an incredible second season, showing he could be a future champion as well. McLaren is rapidly closing the gap on Red Bull in the Constructors' Championship. With 366 points, they're only 42 points behind, and they've been outscoring Red Bull by nearly 13 points per race over the last 4 rounds. If they keep this up, they could soon find themselves leading the championship. Since the Singapore Grand Prix, McLaren has experienced an amazing turnaround, and a lot of the praise goes to their new team principal, Andrea Stella. The Italian joined the team at the end of 2022, and by the midway point of the 2023 season, he had transformed them from being backmarkers to regular podium contenders. McLaren has recognized Stella's success with a contract extension, though the exact length remains under wraps, only that it's a multi-year deal. CEO Zak Brown has emphasized Stella's significant influence on the team. Stella, who originally joined McLaren from Ferrari back in 2015, was appointed team principal in December 2022. He immediately began revamping a team that had been struggling for years. Thanks to his efforts, Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri have both claimed their first ever Grand Prix wins this season. When discussing Andrea Stella's contract extension, Zak Brown highlighted Andrea's exceptional leadership skills and the immense respect he commands within the team and the wider Formula One community. Brown emphasized that Stella is the perfect person to keep McLaren fighting at the front of the grid. His impact has been evident not just in the team's on-track results and upward trajectory, but also in how he's shaped their culture and mindset. It's a shame Zak missed the chance to say Andrea has done a stellar job, but it's still fantastic news for the team. With their team principal secured for the long haul, McLaren now has their sights set on winning their first championship title since Lewis Hamilton clinched the driver's title in 2008 by just a single point. When talking about Andrea Stella's contract extension, Zak Brown didn't hold back in singing his praises. Andrea is leading by example. His thoughtfulness, his communication, his transparency, Brown also said. He's not political, he's a team player. No one works harder than Andrea. He listens to people, he listens to their perspectives, he takes everything on board. Brown pointed out how Andrea's top-notch leadership and the deep respect he has earned both within McLaren and throughout the Formula One world make him the ideal person to keep steering the team towards success. It's almost a missed opportunity that Brown didn't throw in a pun and say Andrea has done a stellar job, but let's be honest, the news is great for McLaren fans either way. With Andrea Stella secured for the foreseeable future, McLaren has its eyes firmly set on the prize, a championship title. They haven't tasted that sweet victory since Lewis Hamilton clinched the driver's title back in 2008 by the slimmest of margins, just 1 point. But with the way things are shaping up under Stella's leadership, McLaren might just be on the brink of reliving those glory days. It's an exciting time for the team, and who knows, the next big trophy might not be too far away. Based on their current form, McLaren seems like a strong contender for the Constructors' Championship, even though they're currently sitting in second place. Mercedes might pose a bit of a challenge, but with McLaren a comfortable 100 points ahead of them, it's not causing too many sleepless nights just yet. The Drivers' Championship, however, is a different story. Lando Norris might be giving Max Verstappen a run for his money on the track, but he's still trailing 78 points behind the Dutchman. Even if Lando were to miraculously win all of the remaining 10 races this season, there's still no guarantee that he'd clinch the driver's title. While McLaren has been steadily closing the gap on Red Bull in the constructors' race, Lando has unfortunately been losing ground to Max. Though Lando and his fans might be holding on to hope for a championship push after the summer break, McLaren seems to have made a pragmatic decision. Oscar Piastri revealed that the team's focus will be on securing the Constructors' Championship rather than prioritizing Lando's bid to catch up with Max. As Oscar put it in an interview with Sky Sports News, the first objective is to win the Constructors for the team and I think we've got a very strong chance of doing that. He added that while they've been closing the gap to Red Bull over the last 6 or 7 races, if a situation arises where he needs to support Lando later in the season, they'll cross that bridge when they get to it. But for now, the main goal is to win the constructors and ensure a solid performance for both himself and the team. It's a sensible approach, really, focusing on the achievable goal of the constructors' title, while still leaving the door open for some teamwork if needed down the line. There was plenty of buzz around a potential title challenge for Lando Norris a few races ago, especially after his strong performances in Italy and Spain, where he came close to beating Max Verstappen. If it weren't for their collision in Austria, Lando could have definitely taken the win there. Then came Silverstone, where some less than stellar strategy calls cost him what seemed like a sure victory, leaving him to finish third behind Hamilton and Verstappen. Things didn't get any easier in Hungary. A sluggish start saw Lando fall behind his teammate Oscar Piastri right at the first turn. Piastri led the race through the first round of pit stops, and McLaren eventually made the call for Lando to hand the win to his teammate, settling for second place. This move was based on a pre-race agreement that whoever led at the first stop would be given the chance to take the victory, assuming it was within reach. Then in Belgium, another rough race start had Lando tumbling down the order, ultimately finishing behind Max once again. Lando had several opportunities to close the gap in the drivers' title race and give McLaren a reason to back his championship challenge over the constructors' title, but things just didn't fall his way. This string of near misses and tough breaks led the team to prioritize the constructors' championship over an individual title for Lando. Despite his title hopes fading as Formula One headed into the summer break, Lando has remained upbeat. "Things are great at the team," he said. "We're in really good form, trusting each other, and working together very well. That's the most important thing." Lando emphasized that this teamwork is their biggest strength and a key reason why McLaren is now performing as one of the top teams in F1, if not the very best. "I'm proud of where we are and what we're doing," he added. It's clear that while individual glory may be slipping away, McLaren's united front is making them a formidable force on the track, and Lando seems fully on board with that mission. While 2024 has indeed been a standout season for Lando Norris and McLaren, it hasn't been without its share of challenges. One particularly glaring issue that has come to light is Norris's performance during race starts, a crucial aspect of any Formula One race. With McLaren's car now consistently capable of starting on the front 2 rows, Norris's starts have come under increasing scrutiny, and the results have been concerning. 2024 has been a standout year for Lando Norris and McLaren, but it's not all smooth sailing. A noticeable issue this season has been Norris's race starts. Despite starting near the front, he's consistently lost positions on the first lap, 15 spots over the season. In contrast, his teammate has gained 6 positions without losing any. These shaky starts are costing Norris valuable points. In Belgium, he started 4th but dropped to 7th on lap 1, finishing 5th instead of potentially 2nd. In Hungary, another slow start saw him lose a win and 7 championship points. These missed opportunities add up, 13 points lost due to 2 poor starts alone. If Norris was 65 points behind Verstappen instead of 78, McLaren might be more invested in his title chase. But with the gap so wide, they're focusing on the Constructors' Championship instead. McLaren's in top form and Norris is having a great season, but there's room for improvement. His race starts are a clear area to work on. What do you think? Should McLaren prioritize the team or Lando's title shot? Share your thoughts in the comments and we'll catch you in the next video.